Welcome to Defense Ninja's Women's Self-Defense classes. This week we are still working on our foundation series and we will cover how to fall correctly and how to stand back up strong. So falling is not just a self-defense move. Yes, if somebody pushes you, shoves you, and you lose your balance. So unlike the previous video we did, if somebody pushes you, you want to have a strong form so that you don't fall. But what if you do fall and you lose your balance? Then you want to fall properly so that you don't break your wrist, you don't break your elbow, you don't break your neck, and you don't hit your head hard and pass out. So we want to protect these parts of our body that are really important and take time to heal. Now, falling, as you might guess, is also applicable in everyday scenarios. What if you're riding your bike and you fall from it? What if you're just working in your kitchen and it's a wet floor and you slip and fall? What if you're snowboarding? I'm sure you know you fall a lot. People fall a lot while snowboarding. How do you land correctly on the floor, on ice, so that you don't hurt yourself and just walk away with a long bruise? Just a bruise. Now, standing back up is exclusively self-defense related. You want to stand back up such that you're strong enough that your opponent doesn't push you back down. This is also known as technical stand-up in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So let's dive in. Now I'm going to show you how to fall correctly and stand back up all together. And I will show this from a squatting stance fall and a standing fall. Now a squat fall is gentle, of course, and you will get to see the techniques a little bit more crisply. While I'm standing, the fall is a lot harder and my body rolls a little bit more. So you will get to see how I control my body a little bit better, okay? So let me show you those two and then we will break it down. So here's what a fall from a squatting position looks like. Somebody pushes me. Now this is what a fall from a standing position looks like when somebody pushes, shoves you. Now let's break this down into different components. Let's just start with falling. Now when I fall, there are three key things that I do. The first thing is to tuck your chin so that when you hit the ground, your head doesn't touch the ground. The second thing you want to do is roll your body. Instead of falling flat, you will curve your body a little bit and add a slight roll to it. The third thing you will do is slap the ground, slap the floor. This is what's going to cause that nice bruise on your arm. But nothing will break because you would not have landed on your wrist, you would not have landed on your elbow. What you would do is land on the flat part of your arm, okay? So here are some things you want to look out for when you're falling. Some things that you don't want to do. You want to make sure you don't land on your wrist. That will break your wrist. You don't want to land on your elbow. That will break your elbow. And you don't want to hit your head on the ground like that. That's gonna hurt. You might pass out from it, okay? So let's start from the squatting position again and do our falling, okay? I'm on the balls of my feet, as you can see, so I'm a little bit off balance, which is good because it'll make my fall easier. So here I am. I tuck my chin. I roll. And when the lower back touches the ground, I slap. If you notice, my arms straight. My elbow doesn't land first. My wrists don't land first. It's robot arms, if you can imagine that way. It goes all the way straight down. All of it lands together. Now, the roll, if you notice, my legs don't stay straight when I fall. I bring my knees close to my body, causing this kind of a roll. Right? Which also, if you notice, makes it easier for me to stand back up. So 3 key things to remember is tuck, roll, slap. Let's talk about standing back up. So when you're here on the floor, you're going to tuck one leg in, all right? And let's just do our right side. Your body is going to face your opponent. Now, equal and opposite, if you remember that concept from our first video, whatever leg is forward, you want this opposite hand backward. So you have 2 anchors. One anchor, second anchor, your hand and your foot. Now if I switch, my anchor changes too in my hand. Right leg, left hand, left foot anchor, right hand anchor. Now here, I'm not flat. I roll onto one hip. The hip, the side of my hand. That's the side I roll. Here I am on one hip. Now, here's the hard part, okay? You want to step your leg that's not an anchor, that's resting, behind your anchor hand, okay? So if you just go from here directly, and the other hand is called your live hand, it just stays up. Strong eyes, just in case someone's coming to push you, it stays up. This other hand, this leg will step behind just like this. Just like that. And then I can stand up from here into my wide defensive stance. Okay? So back here, now if your leg is tucked in, and it's really hard for you to do that, you can kick out with this leg, getting a bonus kick to your opponent's shin, or perhaps the upper part of the knee. That can hurt them because it's a soft part. So your hard part goes to their soft part. So you can bring it out and go kick, and that will give you the momentum to go backwards. Just like that. And now you're fairly balanced. From here. Okay? Now if that's still really hard for you to do, kicking your leg out back, you can use your live hand as a second hand anchor, or as a third anchor. 1, 2, 3, third anchor. So you put your hand down, bring yourself up, step back, and then come back up. And then you're ready to react, okay? So that's how you can break the stand-up down. See what level you can start with and work your way higher. You ideally want to work your way up, where when you come back from a fall, you're ready to stand up. Hello, we have Amelia with us today, and she will push me. So I'll show you what falling from a standing position looks like and what standing up strong looks like. Now if Amelia approaches me, I have the ability to kick with that leg, have the other leg as an anchor and the opposite hand. Now if she keeps coming and she tries to push me, I'm still pretty strong here. Same thing the other side. Or, yeah. So you push me, right? I'm kicking with the other leg. So now instead of having my right leg out, I'll do my left leg. So this right leg, left hand is an anchor. Right. She tries to push me, pretty strong. There we go. Right. Same thing, push me once more. Right, now we'll do right side. Left leg and right hand's the anchor. My live hand is up, stand, and she's still trying to push in, push in. I'm pretty strong. That's it.
So that's it for falling and stand up. Please post below with any questions and comments. Until next time.